Hey guys, this is going to be my first update for my 12 Pans of Christmas, and this is a Project Pan collab with a bunch of different ladies here on YouTube. This was started by Lauren May Beauty and Fort Worth Famous, but she is now Jacqueline Levine here on YouTube. And the goal of this project was to finish 12 or hit your goals on 12 products by the end of the year or Christmas. You can choose your date. I personally chose the end of the year, but I think I'm going to go closer to Christmas now because I only have a couple products left. So I used up 9 products and then hit my goal on 1 product. So I have 10 products done and 2 products to go. So I'm going to start off with the products that I finished up. First, I finished up this Victoria's Secret Electric Fragrance Mist, and this was a coconut vanilla scent. Since it's kind of like the fall and winter time, I'm not really into these type of scents right now. I want more of like a sweet but still like kind of like musky warm scent, and this is just very summery, so I'm happy to be done with this. When I started on this project, I was right here, and then I used this product up in the month of November, so this is done. And then I also finished up 2 MAC products. The first one is the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and there was a little bit of product around the side, but I did finish it. This is a really nice eye base. I used it over an eye primer to cancel out veining on my lids and discoloration. This was a little bit too dark for me, but it still worked pretty well if you blended it out. And I did like this, but I do want to try out a cheaper alternative because this is about $21 and it was still a little bit dark for me. Next, I finished up this MAC concealer, and this is in NC15, and this is their Studio Finish concealer. I loved this concealer. It is a very full coverage. It covers redness and blemishes really, really well. I wouldn't recommend it under the eyes, especially if you have really dry under eyes, because it is fairly thick, but it is a really nice concealer. I do want to try out other things before I go back to this, but I definitely would. This is an awesome one. This one's pretty bittersweet. I finished up the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip, and this is in Alyssa. This was the collab with Kathleen Lights here on YouTube, so it's completely dry, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it is very see-through around the tube, and there's nothing really in it. There's going to be a little bit on the doe foot, but that's because it's kind of like caked on there. Here's a swatch of it. It's a really pretty kind of darker pinky peachy nude shade, and I loved this. It's actually super similar to MAC Faux, so I'm going to go off camera and compare the two. So the top one is Colourpop Alyssa, and then the bottom one is MAC Faux. They're slightly different, but super similar on the lips, the exact same color, I think, on the lips, and I love both of the formulas. I would definitely love to pick up more of the Ultra Satin lips from Colourpop because they stay on really well, and they're really comfortable, but they still have a fairly matte look on the lips. Next, I finished this Wet n Wild eyeshadow in Creme Brulee, and this was one of their Color Icon eyeshadows. There was a little bit that cracked out along the side, but I did finish the majority of it, and pretty much all of it, so I definitely got my money's worth in my opinion, and I've gone through 2 of these this year. It's a really nice matte cream shade. Again, it's a little bit too dark for me to especially use as a highlight shade, but it's good to set your eyelid primer to use as a base. I did really like this, but I do want to try out other light eyeshadows to set my eyelids and highlight my brow bone, and I have one from H&M that I've been really liking. Next, I have this Kat Von D tattoo liner, and I did finish this. It just got too gray and dried out, but I swatched it yesterday because I had to film this video twice because I didn't like it the first time, and it was fairly black. Yep, it still looks pretty black, but when you go on your eye, it goes on very gray and it dries out, so I'm just kind of over it, and I don't want to deal with that. I want a black line, so I'm just going to consider this done because it does dry out on my eyes. Next, I have 2 little primer samples. The first one is this Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is just the original one. This packaging like broke. I don't know what, but there must have been like a hole in it because I can like pump this and I can't even open it. So the product in here feels really dry, and there was only like a teeny bit left, so I'm just considering it done. I got my money's worth out of this. I'm not going to just chuck it because a tiny percentage of it dried out, but this is a good eye primer. I'm using another one of the Urban Decay original primer potions right now, and I still like it. Next, I have this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this is the original one. This was fine, but it wasn't amazing, and I think it was clogging my pores a little bit, and my skin has had a couple breakouts recently, and I'm not sure if it's been because of this, so I wouldn't purchase this. And then lastly, for the products that I finished up, I used up my Manic Panic Dreamtone foundation mixer, and it was right here, so I knew I was going to finish this, and I did. I did take a Q-tip around and kind of scrape it. This was fine. I hated the freaking pump on this. It was awful, but the product was nice, so I wouldn't repurchase it because of the packaging. Next, I hit my goal of hitting pan on my L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in Amber Rush, so I'll insert a picture from my intro video to compare the progress. Here's where I'm at now with it. So I have hit a tiny amount of pan on it. I really like this eyeshadow. Here is a swatch of it right here. It's a beautiful metallic rose gold shade. I'm also wearing it on my lids today. It's definitely one of my favorite eyeshadows ever, so I'm glad I've been getting more use out of it, and I would definitely repurchase it if I ever finished it. This is a really nice eyeshadow formula, and I do recommend them. Now to the products that I still have. I'm still working on my Covergirl Supersizer mascara. This is a really good mascara. It's volumizing, lengthening, and it does separate a little bit. Once you get past like 2-3 coats, it does get a little bit clumpy, but I have a wand where I can comb out my lashes with it, so it does look really nice afterwards. I really enjoy this mascara, and I will definitely be done with it by the end of this project. I'm just going to consider it done by the end of this year because I've had it for around 2.5 months, and it's pretty much almost empty anyway, so it'll just be time for it to go by the end of this project. And then lastly, I have my Urban Decay Zero eyeliner pencil, and this is just a black eyeliner. Here is a swatch of it. It's very creamy, and it doesn't really wear that well in the waterline or the tight line, but it's fine for what it is. I just don't think it's worth the money. So here's the progress I made. It might be a little bit lower because I filmed this yesterday because I didn't like the footage and then trashed it. So that's why it might be a little bit lower. So the first line right here was my intro, and then this is the first update. So this will definitely be done by the end of this project, and I'm really happy that I will be able to hit all my goals on this project. I just wouldn't repurchase this eyeliner because I can get a drugstore one that's as good, if not better. That was my first update. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out everyone else's videos in their links to their channels down below. And then Jacqueline also started a playlist, so you can check out everyone's intro videos, and I think she'll be putting the updates on it as well. Thank you again for watching. Make sure you check everyone out, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Talk to you later. Bye.